Welcome to Outdoor Ed 1990.
Are we supposed to get our stuff on and go?
Good morning.
We don't have any
Mr. Oric, how was the ride over? Great. How you feeling, Mr. File? A little better or not?
Very good. If we use that as a universal signal, we won't have to yell at you. You want to be yelled at all week? No. Very good. Okay, varat shoot. Bobo skadit dot varat shoot.
Bobo skadit dot varat shoot.
Ishkabidly oten doten bobo skadit dot varat shoot.
Ishkabidly oten doten bobo skadit dot varat shoot.
Mr. Golik's doing pretty good too. It bitten little dit ishkabidly oten doten bobo skadit dot varat shoot.
It bitten little dit ishkabidly oten doten bobo skadit dot varat shoot.
Oten doten little doten it bitten little dit. Come on, Mrs. Holder. Kit bitten little dit ishkabidly oten doten bobo skadit dot varat shoot. Yeah, give him a hand.
In front of this bus. Bus your keyboard. Just find me.
I don't know. Hi, how you doing?
Hello there, Mike.
Hold this thing up. I can't walk all the way there. I'll cut it out, Mr. Leben.
Where's
Eat with me, guys.
Now, by golly, Sarah, you got the right idea.
I don't care if it's dirty.
Is that your sleeping bag?
Yeah.
Where's my car?
Mr. Leben, are you going to be doing that all week? Oh, no.
For 2 weeks, guys.
Hey, Mr. Leben, give me a hand. I need help.
Boy, here they come.
I'll run you over.
Don't be here on Friday.
Come on, Brad. How's that? Okay, that would be like from walking here down to the school playground. Well, that's not too far.
Hi, Jenny. This is Jenny Garvey. And I read the first week in 1990, and her sleeping bag came unrolled, and we got about a half a mile left.
And I bet you're a Navajo, right?
No.
Where are you at?
Shoshone.
Well, you still have a pretty good walk.
Hey, yo, does anyone know where Model is? Ow!
Are these Voyager tents?
I don't know.
Why not?
I'm not touching it.
Hey, look at that.
Are you hearing this?
Executor.
Kill
What are they? Oh,
I'll
get it.
Yeah, spray it. More people.
He doesn't know how to read.
Yep.
No.
Yep, see that little red light?
Hi, Mom.
Red light. Okay.
Rude.
3 what?
They're old ones.
Do that now.
the other corner. Do the other back corner. Do the back corner, Stevie. There's our kid. This can be.
Pam, how things look so far today? Going up all right?
Yeah.
Good. You cutting twine for the corners?
Yeah.
It's supposed to get kind of warm today too. Got him?
Yeah.
Looking good, looking good.
Huh? We have to do ours too.
Oh, you were doing there.
Yeah.
For any burnable items.
We have
I've got to be here anyway for the other bobsled. And she thinks you're joking.
Is that all? No. What about the hot dog?
Listen, the Leben picked it too, so you can't blame it on me.
But Jill, you do it so well.
Right.
And you're gonna put the camera
It's all going to be on film.
I'll let you know when it's rolling here. I'm just practicing here.
Aaron! You wanna help? That garbage can.
Come on, Jill.
Come on, Aaron, you're a touch.
Jill, think of all the thousands of dollars you're going to save because you don't have to go to college now. You've just learned a trade. You've just learned a trade.
Oh, great.
We're garbage picking. Nobody does.
Oh, look at all the goo.
Do you want to do this?
You do it so much better.
Okay, your turn, Aaron.
Well, what am I supposed to pick out?
Anything that'll burn.
Get all the stuff washed?
Anything that'll burn has to come out of
What are we
there.
supposed to do with the hot dog since they're
Pretty
golden?
much anything but food.
What's from?
Navajo.
Navajo? Oh, you're way out there, aren't you? Now, how was your first meal? Yucky? How many hot dogs did you eat?
None.
None? Oh, our guys pigged out back here. Well, they'll get better. Catch you later.
Bye. Bye. You're on Mr. Leben.
Oh, my word. Who is that? Who? Betty? What?
I just had to tell him.
So who? He's the new bread man?
It's terrible. It's awful.
Fill me in.
I won't put it on camera.
There's a nice camera.
Come on. All right, now let me show you how to do it.
You can.
Let me show you how to do it. Sheesh.
Oh, you gotta carry him like that. Come on, go. I'll beat that.
You let an old man beat you.
No.
You do, you.
I'll do it next. I'll beat him. I held him wrong.
Folks, right there you have the pride and joy of Bloomington Junior High. Look at him.
Turn around.
I'm gonna do it in a minute. Hold on. Here you go.
Come on, Mr. Oric. Show me what you're made of.
Come on, O. Stevie O.
Kevin, come here.
By golly, not too shabby, man. Hot dog.
There you go.
Mike, what's the name of this class that you're in right now?
Camp map making.
Camp map making?
Campsite.
Campsite? Now, is this your campsite here that you're working on?
Yeah.
And this is Apache, right? I'll zoom in here and maybe we can pick up some of that. Is your campsite, or do you have that drawn on here yet?
Well, my tent's right there.
Right about there? Oh, okay. And what's that round thing down there?
This thing?
Yeah.
It's a tree.
Oh, all
Sort
right.
of. There's our camp. That's the big one.
You guys gonna be tough for the Olympics in another day?
Yep.
All right.
What
Got
Olympics?
any beef
I
or
didn't-
muscle in your family? Family that you're assigned to?
Yes, it is.
How are they shaping up? All right. What do the meals look like?
They're good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
All right.
You want me to go
Only with me and Gina cook.
Was the weather real cool last night after that? What did we have? 80-some degrees last night? Or yesterday?
It is nice.
Well, your camp looks real good. Well laid out. I guess you have BLTs now today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Oh, I love those things. I never get any bacon in my campsite.
Well, everything but the tomatoes I'll probably eat.
Yeah, soup.
I'm not eating any bacon. I probably won't even eat one of those things.
Have you had any free time yet, Jim?
Yeah.
Just a little. Now stand up. What do you got on that shirt? It looks like me when I'm having a bad day.
Yeah, it actually says, watch out, people, I'm in a bad mood.
Uh-oh. I've never seen you in a bad mood.
Well, it's just the shirt. It matches, so.
Oh, I see. You're coordinating today. All right.
With them.
So you haven't seen any mushrooms yet?
I haven't seen one, but I have a mushroom stick over there under the picnic table. And it can smell mushrooms. I tell you, I can hear them. I can hear them up there on the hillside. We had just enough moisture last night, and I can hear them under the ground. They're trying to get through. I think about 3 more days, and they'll make it.
What do you want mushrooms for?
They're delicious.
Oh, they are heaven. I can't wait to find
You ever
them.
heard of truffles from France? Well, they're the delicacy of the woods in there.
How much did you say those might cost at a fancy restaurant?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think they sell for about $200 a pound.
Good heavens.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard on truffles.
Now what classes have you had so far today?
Math track.
Math track?
Pond life.
Pond? Oh, you had to go all the way? What, did you find any neat stuff? Huh?
We found tadpole.
You did?
And
That's a pretty good walk, isn't it? Now one of the kids said they saw, huh?
we were on the way back down.
You did? Was it on the road or
There was a snake in trust.
was he alive?
Yeah, yes. A black one.
Oh gee. Did you go over and pick him up?
No.
You
no,
didn't?
I stood away from
Huh?
the other way.
You didn't pick him up? And
No.
I want you to notice these gals are cleaning house here and it looks pretty darn good. Pretty good. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go take a tour. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
Do is get the lettuce cut up and the tomato sliced
Yeah,
up.
that's what she's doing now.
Now that's a skillet.
Yep. In this skillet, you cook all the bacon at once, and you just keep stirring it. And actually, what it does is it kind of deep fries. You're not really cooking each individual piece.
What is that, about 18 inches in diameter?
It's 20.
About
20? Good.
Yeah, this is the best piece of camping equipment that this campsite has ever
I
had
know
in the
it.
history of outdoor ed. Here.
That's
This
a killer.
skillet came all the way from Kentucky to be at this campsite.
Good heavens.
Do all of them have this
Happens
size?
to be
Nope,
Mrs.
the rest of them are
Coombs'
like half the
personal
size.
property.
It's guarded. It's never left at the campsite. On weekends, it goes home.
That is a beauty.
A fisherman
course.
would kill for this skillet.
Oh,
She may
full of
notice-
walleye up in Canada?
That's
Oh
right.
my
She may
God.
notice when she leaves on Thursday, the skillet will be missing. She'll have to come to Navajo to find it for next week, because that's where I'm going to be.
A threatened kidnapping, that is...
We've got it on film.
We have that on tape.
That's a pan napping, not a
A
kidnapping.
pan napping.
That's right.
Look at
That's
that.
not a real Swiss Army
No,
knife.
that's a fake.
Yeah.
Got it in Switzerland.
And who's our famous chef here now today?
See, you need a Phillips screwdriver and
Yeah,
you need a
scissors.
saw.
Rob, what classes do you have today?
Hard life and math track.
Oh, you had that long walk also, huh?
Yeah.
Catch you later. Shaping up.
Hey, are they good? Boy, a bunch of chow hounds. Look at
Look
them.
at them.
That's
Food's
all
not
they
even...
do is eat. They don't sleep, but they eat.
Were you guys up late last night?
No.
A few months. I got caught sneaking
Just
out.
Adrian and Robbie.
Yeah, we got
Watch
caught
out.
sneaking out.
You did.
Shannon was chasing every boy in this campsite.
Huh? Where's Shannon?
Right here. Tell him.
Oh,
Look at Mr. Leben
hey.
and tell him.
Shannon's very quiet, isn't she? She's
No.
very quiet in my
She's
class.
crawling around on the ground trying to sneak into tents.
I think it's run. We went to bed by 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
More like 12:30.
You better go get some food.
And that for my little niece Katie. It just barely fit on there, boy. I'm gonna get that off in the mail. Remember when we used to print them for your two boys and I could just squeeze them on there?
Yep.
Good night, they'll be wearing full
So
size.
you gonna be here next week?
Yeah.
Well, Alfreda said she's gonna try. I told her we were using black ink. She's gonna pick two of the shirts up.
Yeah. They've been printing great all day long, so hopefully they'll hang in there, and we got plenty of ink this year. Super.
Yes, neat.
He's filming them with their mistake. If that's taping, I'm gonna kill you. Is it?
No, I'm just practicing here. Getting ready for a good shot.
I'm about to moon him if it is. Guys, it was like television, and they had a teller. He said you put yolk powder in, or you put the milk powder in, and then you don't have it.
Algae? Yeah. Now, who do we have here? Isn't this a junior staffer, or is this a 7th grader?
Oh, thanks.
This is Gail Gummerman, great junior staffer. Do you have any words of wisdom for the 7th graders right now?
No.
Hey, that's not bad. Catch you later. Have a snake down here?
Yeah, down back there. Under the vehicle.
He's under the car now?
Yeah.
I thought he was up in a tree.
Nope.
You say he's pretty good size?
Yeah.
What, about 4 foot, 5 foot?
How about that?
Ooh.
About that long. He was up on a tree. We didn't want him in the campsite for campsite mapping, so we tried to make him head up this hill. Looks like we succeeded.
My penthouse.
Where'd you find him at?
The creek.
All right. Neat little guy.
He likes me, can't you tell?
He jumps away from me and everybody else.
He likes me, can't you tell? No. He tried to jump in my hand. He did sneak. Here, let me put this book down. Maybe I can hold it better.
Find this distance, which is the difference between the numbers, and then what? Right, then divide by 3. So what are we going to do? Okay, so it's 5 7 minus 3/5. Find that difference, okay? What do we get?
Come over this way a little bit, guys. Well, I'm going to go over and set class up.
Isn't that something, how they can go up that tree like that?
Where's the stick? Look at that. Is he gauging the distance? And look at that tie. That tie is really working.
Oh, I bet he'll just kind of corkscrew around that tree.
Yep.
Hey, Kelly, what would you do if you found that thing in your sleeping bag?
I throw my sleeping bag about 40 feet out the door.
I'd probably throw myself
I'd
out.
throw it over near BJ and Steve.
Yeah, you would. We'd be playing catch and I'd throw it right back. Why can't we just...
He was up there yesterday, clear up the hill.
Yeah, that one was bigger.
Bigger than this one.
A little bit bigger.
I'll put it around my neck.
You would have to think of that, wouldn't you, Kelly?
Now,
Yes, sir.
now, there you go.
Huh?
Here, wait. Keep those up there. I gotta take a picture here first.
Here, there's nothing wrong with it. There's a little message on there.
This is the second one I got this way.
Oh!
From who? But this one is. Oh. You guys, that's enough. That's enough.
Pretty dirty. Hey, Brian, you have to come out here and get your pants. Well, then you don't get no pants.
They're hanging up on the box.
Brandon, show me a real man. Look right there. I can see a big old eye showing through that hole in the door.
Better bring it. Come on. Go in there. He's got it. Come in here, Mr. He's right behind the door. He's like.
There he is. I understand you've been helping out your fellow campers here. When their fire buckets got empty, you would fill them up for them. Is that right?
That's right, because I felt that the verge of, like a fire starting anywhere in this camp could happen anytime. And I mean, the fact that they didn't have water in their fire buckets it astounded me, and I felt I needed to replenish their supply.
I think that is really great.
We are just trying
Make this
make
a
this
safer
a safe
place.
camp, and that's all. I mean, we just did that he did that because he felt that this place wasn't safe enough.
I
So
see.
he just had to do it.
Well, I'll tell you guys are very fire conscious over here.
Yes.
Thank you, men. Pretty funny,
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Go to canoeing.
Yeah. Canoers down here.
So I heard he pissed on the tent.
Oh, this is
Mr. Man. We're gonna get you back.
Yeah.
Matthew, what did you do?
They peed on our tent.
You did you?
Matt, you're supposed to use a fire bucket.
It should be facing the same way. It should be facing the same way. All right, good job there.
Hello.
Wants to go. Better not have that on me.
No.
Okay.
No. I've got a good shot of them, Karen.
No, oh, stop it.
Oh, look at my hair.
It is rather disgusting.
I had to turn because she won't turn.
Oh. I know how to turn.
Who's that in the back there?
Laura Beaver.
Is that Laura? She does good work.
I'm a camera.
Yes, you are. Home videos.
We could be on American Funny Home Videos. Smile, you're on time to row, 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 you row. Oh no, we're going right into the shore.
We gotta go get a new paddle. His is broken. Go straight, man. Stroke. 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 Oh, wait. Uh-oh, here comes Callie. So it's fun. Turn this way. Hey. Hi.
Who is that?
Take little babies out of here. Smile. You're in the camera. What?
They're ready to do their race now. They can get organized, and they'll tell you, like, one of you guys can be the start, and one of you can be the finish.
Thank you, ladies. What's the matter, Logan?
Oh my gosh.
That looks like a Slurpee.
Ew, it touched me, it touched me.
Am I supposed to take this out?
Yeah, you take it out. Nothing's wrong with it. Just look through it and see. Look at there's something. What's that?
I don't know.
I can't find it.
Well, you haven't looked very long.
Anything moving around in there, Logan?
No, but there's a snail right there.
Right down there?
Yeah, right there. I don't see anything.
Little snail in there?
Yeah. And then there's something moving right there.
There's a water bug right there. This guy up here, that's a dragonfly nymph.
Where's the water? Where's the water? I got one, I got one, I got one.
That water beetle makes some noise. See, here he goes.
Tiny one. I'll put it in this tray right here.
They get their best propulsion in a water fight.
Yeah, they do.
Matt, get out of that space there. Laura, paddle. Both of you paddle on the same side. Move it out. But you gotta pull hard, Laura. Put it in and pull hard.
Day for canoeing. Supposed to hit 87 degrees. Hanley made this sign a couple of years ago in crafts class where we do the branding. She really did a nice job on it.
Okay, tell her when you're ready. Maybe get a little closer. Oh, she did it. Okay, now reverse the roll. What?
I can fit it. No, you get over there.
You caught her. Come on.
No.
Hey, come here. I'll help her. How's that? There you go. Tell her when you're ready.
Ready.
No, I got
Okay, who's next? Okay, can you get him? Here, I'll help you, Brian. Come on, Brian. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. Good. Who's next? Come on. Ready? Are you going? Okay, who's next? No, wait a minute. Tell her when you're ready.
I said go.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, go.
Maybe you need to get a little closer. Come on, don't let me do that to you. Come on, put your feet together. Think of peach cobbler now. You want to live to eat your peach cobbler, right? Okay, back up a little bit. There you go. Oh, that's cool. Hey. Okay, you ready?
Ready, go. Okay, you better be.
Whoa! Marla, you're letting him psych you out. Come on, kid. Do it again. Okay, tell her when you're ready. Closer. Oh, further back. There you go. Oh, that's okay. You catch your head.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Go. Thanks.
Watch out!
No, you gotta let her fall.
Ready, go.
Watch out!
Okay, who's next? Round brace. Arm circle. Keep your hands out flat in front of you. Closer circle. Get tight. Shoulder to shoulder. Come on, let's tighten up this sucker. Okay, now, you keep your body stiff. Do not push her hard. Because if you do, you knock her off her feet. Now just come right on back. We'll just pass you right on around. That's it. Keep your eyes closed so you can get that sensation. That's it. Come on. Okay, let's go again, Tracy. Okay, you ready? Up, keep your feet Concentrate on keeping your feet together. Okay, here you go. Pass it right on around. That's it. Oh, look at her go. Whoa! Keep your body stiff. That's it. Wow! Brad, you gotta get in here. Or it's Brad's turn. Come on, Brad. You were the weak link over there. We gotta get Brad.
That's not fair.
Okay, fold your arms. Yeah, put your feet together, Brad. Body stiff, Brad?
Yes.
Good. You're a stiff anyway.
Stop pushing me hard.
No? Hey, you gotta keep your feet together, Brad. Come on, Brad. Keep your feet together,
You
buddy.
push me hard again, I'm gonna push you.
Can't do that. That's it. Now you're moving your feet, Brad. We're not pushing you hard.
He's pushing me as hard as he can.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
Hard, I push hard.
Come on, Brad. Put your feet together. That's it. There you go.
One hand.
Keep feet together, Brad. There you go.
I'm gonna fall on my face.
No. Okay, who wants to go next?
Got it. Now
Around the tree and back in the hole.
See, I can do that. What happens if they drop the rope? Alright. Like I'm really gonna be in the
All right, Becky, show us how it's done now.
Alright. Take this, go around. These are supposed to be
You're grabbing the rope. You want to hold it.
And you take it and you go around the tree.
Get all your fingers together.
Take it through. You're supposed to be able to pull this.
Hot dog.
Wait for Nick to get his rope. Ready?
This is an actual competition.
Okay, I'll do one if you want to watch.
This is practice. No, this one's a real one. Where's that come?
The Masters, it only takes them a couple seconds.
Sits up there.
But the important thing is that you can tie it. Well, we'll see who the winner is. That'll dictate who the master is.
This is it, right?
One hand you can use only.
Done. I'm done. Done. Whoops. I'm fucked. Major tie. The rope. Ashley uses two hands and she can fly in the air. I got it. Yeah. Got it. I got it.
Okay, good.
See? I use both hands because I'm Superwoman. I got it. Mike and I still got it.
Okay, untie your ropes, and you're our champion.
I did it. Oh, champion. Mike got it.
With you,
He don't get it.
and your name?
May the rope be with
Mike Schneider. What's that? SNYDER?
Yeah. Ow! May the rope be with you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Hey,
put the
looks
ropes
great.
like a cookie.
Hey, they look pretty good. Looks something like from
Peanut
Belvedere a
butter.
couple of weeks ago. Well, how's the reality therapy been holding out?
Now we're to hoot.
Hooty hoo, huh? How's your family group shaping up? Pretty good?
Hopefully. They didn't do too good this morning.
Was today the old mellet deal?
Yeah. They didn't do too bad cooking, but clean up.
Oh, that's
I
always
didn't think
a
they did
fair.
that good, but everybody said after I left, everybody pitched in they did. We'll find out when we get our results
Oh, this was campsite inspection day,
from
huh?
inspection.
Oh.
What?
Come here.
What's up?
Now, girls, here he is, the one you've been asking about. This is the pride and joy of Bloomington Junior High School. Listen to the hearts throbbing over here.
Shut up! Don't mean us make hamburgers.
Are you serious?
Yes!
What's that feel like?
Shut up, Michael.
What's that feel like?
Well,
Where do you think quarter pounders come from?
Cows or something.
at least I don't have to hold the quarter pounder when it's raw.
Come from McDonald's. That's what
We have to get
Michael, we need more than
Don't you have a test?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy putting me.
Boyardee.
That's special, Michael. That's a good idea. Probably the only one we ever come up with. Make them bigger. Well, I'm sorry. You make them. We don't have. Where's that? Who, me?
Mike, are you the only cook?
Sarah!
It wouldn't be about that big around, about that
No,
tall,
sir.
and have 12 ounces in
No,
it, would
sir.
it?
No, it's about this big and that big around.
Oh, okay.
And you run it with batteries.
Oh!
It's like that. No, that's the kind
Where
that
did this
David and I
come
took to China. Larry, got it for you.
Okay, very good.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Just
And they work like a charm.
good.
Didn't you have one like David?
What?
Didn't you have one like this?
Oh yeah, those are good ones.
That's my gift.
Isn't that smile sweetly? You're like you're just thrilled with this.
Well, I am,
Now you're
especially at night.
It does help. It does help. Let me
Thank
say.
you.
Don't thank me, Larry did it. I didn't do it, Larry did it.
What's this?
Well, we were just
This
feel
is
so
my
sorry
gift.
for this gentleman, so we had to do something.
Well, isn't that sweet?
I forgot my clock. I forgot my.
Let me show you something. This works from down here.
Don't make
Glad
it
you
too
told me
difficult.
that. I'd have been well, where I.
David, quit
broke.
that.
You did it in front of everybody right over there. I want that one. Ryan's gonna have a better reputation.
Here we have Kelly Casselai now. He's using the proper technique for contact method of splitting firewood.
Oh, okay, I'll get it later.
He's got it all together here.
I'll get it later.
He's finally gonna call her quits.
Yeah. No.
Do you know where the grease pit is? Yeah. Would you mind, please?
Yeah, anything you can burn, burn it. Just about all the milk cartons there and orange peels they say just put in the garbage. You can get rid of a lot of it just like that. Mrs. Cooley. Nice umbrella.
There's Mrs. Look, Mrs. Sheep.
Oh! This sure didn't work out good. It's all right.
Say something to me out here.
Oh no! How dare you mess up my favorite kitty? Oh, that's good. All right. Oh, I love it. Thank you, thank you.
See, I told you she'd go, oh!
You were wrong. That's okay, didn't I?
Get Brian in here.
Yeah,
Can I go? Yeah, come in here. Finish it up.
Animals have legs. Well, no, not really. Not all animals have legs. Yes, they do. There it is, right there. Animals can. How many of you have a tree in your front yard home? That's great. How many of you have ever sat and watched that tree for any length of time? Did you ever notice that tree never runs over to the neighbor's yard? You know why that tree doesn't run over to the neighbor's yard? Because it has roots. One of the jobs of the roots is to hold the plant down, so plants don't move around. When you walk into Kmart and have all those plants sitting around, they never run across the aisle in front of you because they have roots. And the job of the roots is to hold the plant down. If you have a dog or a cat, when you let them out at night, what happens to them? They run into the neighbor's yard. Animals move around, plants can't. That's one of the major differences. Okay, you're going to have to be quiet or you're not going to have any idea what the answer is going to be on the test. The next, there's another difference between plants and animals. Anybody else? Yes? If you put most in front of that, I'll agree with you. Most animals breathe in oxygen and blow out carbon dioxide. Most plants suck in carbon dioxide and blow out oxygen. That's true. Put most in front of that. And there's another major difference. Anybody else know one other major difference? Guys, clear in the back. Blood. No, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Anybody else got any other idea? Yes, sir. Animals hunt. Animals hunt. What do they hunt for? Food. I have 9 people who work for me. They come to work at 7 o'clock in the morning and go home about 5 o'clock at night. They spend all their time in the morning cleaning out cages. In the afternoon, they prepare food to feed the animals. Another difference between plants and animals have to have something to eat. Plants make their own food. So that's basically the difference between plants and animals. Animals move around, animals have to be fed something. Plants can't move around, and they make their own food. That's basically the differences between plants and animals. By golly, once you do that, you pretty much know everything there is to know about animals. But if you ever go to the zoo or someplace like that, you'll be really impressed because at Glen Oak we only have 2 kinds of animals. It kind of gets a little boring, but we only have 2 kinds of animals because there's only 2 kinds of animals in the world. One of them's called a vertebrate, the other one's called an invertebrate. And I'm sure all of you know the difference between a vertebrate and an invertebrate. A vertebrate, of course, has a backbone. Now this is just a few pieces of cow's backbone. I was out in the woods and there was a dead cow in there and a skeleton, so I just picked up a few pieces. Oh, I picked up some strange things. You should see what I picked up. Anyway, this is what the backbone of a cow looks like. This is what the backbone of a cow looks like. Yours looks exactly like this, just exactly. The only difference is yours is a little bit smaller. Most of you aren't going to grow up to be as large as a cow, so your backbone doesn't have to be as large as a cow's backbone. But it looks just identical to this. All normal, quote, normal humans, and I'm not sure I know too many normal humans, but all normal humans have 33 of these down the middle of the back. And so that's one way I can tell you're a human because you have 33 of these. Looks just like this. Okay, called a tiger salamander. Whoa! Called a tiger salamander. This one is a fairly small one. He's only about 8 inches long. When he's full grown, he can be about 17 inches long. He is an amphibian. He is an amphibian. Amphibians are wet and slimy. They have to be wet and slimy. If they ever dry out, they die. Because the slime helps in respiration, helps them breathe. So they can never dry out. Before he was a salamander, he was a water dog. Then he became a salamander. All amphibians are wet and slimy. They all are cold-blooded. I'm sure all of you know what cold-blooded means. If I run back there and stick a thermometer in one of your mouth, pull it out in a little bit, it's going to say what? 98.6. If I take you out on the desert where it's 100 degrees and take your temperature, what's it going to be? 98.6. If I put you in a refrigerator where it's 40 degrees, shut the door, leave you in there a little while, take you out a little bit, take your temperature, what's it going to be? 98.6. If you're warm-blooded, that means you're warm-blooded. You have the ability to control your body temperature. You probably don't sit around and think about it, but you can control your body temperature. A cold-blooded animal such as a fish, an amphibian, or a reptile can't control their body temperature. They're cold-blooded. Put them in the desert where it's 100 degrees, take their temperature, it's 100 degrees. Put them in a refrigerator where it's 40 degrees, take their temperature, it's 40 degrees. They're cold-blooded animals. It means they cannot regulate their body temperature. Alright. So that must be about everything that everyone knows about amphibians. They're kind of a lost group. Most people don't think much about amphibians. Fish and amphibians. Next group called reptilia. Reptilia, and there are 4 kinds of reptiles. And there are snakes, lizards, crocodilians, which are alligators, crocodiles, and turtles. There's also one more that's only got one living member called Kura. And the only place I've ever seen one is at St. Louis in the zoo. They've got one. I don't know where they got it. But it is Kura. All reptiles except snakes have legs. They all have 5 toes on their front feet. They're all scaly. They don't have any oil glands or sweat glands. They can't be wet and slimy. They're never wet and slimy. In this trash can, I have a snake. Of course you know that the program wouldn't be a program without a snake. He doesn't live in this trash can. He doesn't like trash. He doesn't want to be in a trash can, but he's a big boy, and this is the only thing I can find to carry him in. So therefore, I use a trash can to carry it. It has a lid where it hooks down so he can't get out. And it has a few holes drilled at the top so he can breathe. Hi, boy. It's a Burmese python. He doesn't have any legs, doesn't have any feet, doesn't have any little tennis shoes or anything like that. He crawls on these large snails called scoops. He grabs the ground with and pulls himself along. There are two kinds of snakes in this world. One of them's venomous and the other's non-venomous, called a constricting snake. This is a constricting snake. A rattlesnake, a cobra, a viper, they're all poisonous. This guy's not poisonous. However, he does have 400 teeth in his mouth. And the teeth are 1/4 of an inch long and about as big around as a needle that you have on a sewing machine. He's a constricting snake. He doesn't have any legs, doesn't have any ears, can't hear anything. Snakes are totally deaf. They can't hear anything. They have eyelids. They're permanently closed. They look through their eyelids. So they have no idea that you're sitting out there by eyesight or hearing or by smell. But they make up for all that by using their tongue. If he sticks his tongue out, gathers up air particles on his tongue, pulls it back into his mouth, and from that you can tell who's friend, who's foe, and who's food. This guy eats every 3 weeks, and he eats a rabbit. He eats a full-grown adult rabbit. Now the way he's a constricting snake in the wild, he's from Southeast Asia, and I'm sure all of you know where that Southeast Asia is at. It's called Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam. Wasn't that long ago you could win an all-expense paid trip there. And you see these things in the trees. But anyway, in Vietnam you would eat something about the size of a small monkey. The way he'd eat, he'd grab it with his mouth, sink his teeth in, and hang on to it with his teeth. He'd wrap his body around it, squeeze it, and suffocate it. He doesn't crush it. He just suffocates. Be the same as if I grab one of you by the throat. In a little bit, you're going to run out of air. When you run out of air, you die. He just grabs them around the chest, and eventually they run out of air and they die. As soon as they're dead, he opens his mouth up very wide and swallows them whole. He goes down. You can see it go down. And then he'll wait for about 3 or 4 days while he digests that rabbit. He'll start moving around a little bit. He'll go to the bathroom. As soon as he goes to the bathroom, he starts hunting again. And that takes about 2 or 3 weeks. It takes about 2 weeks. And then the 3rd week, we feed him again. So that is what a snake looks like. He hasn't eaten. He'll eat again tonight or tomorrow whenever I get back to work. I'm going to come around and everyone can pet or touch him if you like. Okay, you will need to be quiet. There's a reason. This guy can't hear you, and it doesn't make any difference what you say to him. But those guys over there can't hear you, and trust me, you can have lots and lots of damage to those other animals. I'm going to come around, you can reach up and touch him. He's not going to be wet, he's not going to be slimy, he's dry and he's cool. There is some rules you have to follow. He does have 400 teeth. If he grabs it, he's not going to let go. You're not going to chop his head off, I promise. He's a $3,000 snake. I'll chop your arm off.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to ask each of you to not touch his head. Animals don't like their heads touched. And so therefore, please don't touch his head. I'll come by and touch him on the back or on the tail. If you don't want to touch him, you don't have to. I'm not going to throw him on you. I'm not going to scare you. Just you have the opportunity to touch a very nice large snake.
He's Dick Michelin. Let's go get Dick Michelin.
Yeah.
He'll weigh about 200 pounds. At this point in time, he's about 8 feet long, weighs about 30 pounds. I've had him for about 3 years. I've held him every day all his life. If he misses about a week, he'll bite. If you go out in the woods, you find a snake, you start to pick them up, they're going to bite you. They all have teeth. The problem with the snake when they bite you, they don't let go. So you might want to keep that in mind. If you see a bull snake and start to pick him up, he's not going to let go. Okay? Okay, so that's what a snake looks like. This is a bird. All birds have wings, all birds have feathers, all birds have this thing in front called a beak or bill. All female birds lay hard-shelled eggs. All birds have hollow bones, so they can fly better. This is a bird, his name is Chico. He's a blue-front parrot. This is a blue-front parrot. Chico is what's known as an endangered species. He's an endangered species because of the pet market here in the United States. Now what they do, they find these birds, they come from a continent of South America, they come from the country of Brazil in a tropical rainforest. The way they capture these birds, they find the nest, where the mother has the nest. They let her set up there and hatch the 2 eggs. As soon as the eggs hatch, they whip the gun out, they shoot her and kill her. Then they either crawl up the tree to get the babies out, or they cut the tree down, and when it falls, they pick the babies up. Then, they put them in a thing that looks like a toilet paper tube. The center thing on toilet paper. They put 100 of them in a box. They ship them to the United States. When they get here, about 11 of them are alive. And I'm sure all of you know how many of them are dead. 89. Didn't make it. So, man, what was the percent of them that died? 89%. Then they take those little babies out and they send them to pet stores. Pet stores don't have the first idea how to take care of baby parrots. By the way, this is illegal. It's the same people that run dope run birds. I'm serious, they do. Because birds are almost as profitable as dope is. Anyway, they run birds, they send them to the pet store. When they get there, there's 11 of them alive, another 6 of them are going to die. So out of 100, 5 of them are going to make it. So that's the reason, one of the reasons, that these birds are becoming endangered. Now I want to show you a little endangered trick. These are all the blue front parrots in the world, right there. And now what happens to blue front parrots is we start taking them for pets. Then we chop down a few acres of tropical rainforest. And I'm sure all of you are sick and tired of hearing about us cut down tropical rainforest. We cut down 50 football fields every minute of tropical rainforest. And you all go, well, that's a problem out there. Well, actually, that's a problem right here in the United States. We do the exact same thing. How many of you left the lights on last night in your room or sometimes? You know where coal comes from? Out of the ground. How many of you had a hamburger from McDonald's recently? Or a party or Burger King? You know where the beef came that those are? They were grown on the tropical rainforest of South America. How many of you threw away a Pepsi can recently or a Cola can? The aluminum out of that? You know where that's mined at? Tropical rainforest. First thing you know, there's about that many of them left. We say, oh my gosh, they're in danger. That means if we help them, they can come back. If we don't help them, what happens to them? And I'm sure all of you know what happens to them. They become extinct. And of course, what's extinct mean? Extinct means they're gone. They disappear, just like the scarf did. And they never come back. And that's what extinct is. They disappear. They never come back. And Chico can very well be an extinct animal within your lifetime. Not in my shirt. God, it wouldn't be much of a magic trick if I stuck it in my shirt. We don't want this bird to become like the dinosaurs. And you can help. And I'll tell you how in a little bit. This is a bird. Lots and lots of animals are endangered. By the way, before everybody got in there, lots of people came in and we were going to walk up and touch Chico. How many of you ever seen a bird like that in a pet store? I'm sure all of you. How many of you ever watched them wait up to him with Chico with your finger? When you get done, make sure to check your finger. Look it all over. Because if you're not careful, it's only going to be half there. That bird can bite your finger off instantly. And I'm not kidding you. He can bite it, make it bleed. He can bite it, bruise it. He can bite it off. And I'm not kidding you, he breaks Brazil nuts. And your finger's nothing compared to a Brazil nut. So the next time you go to the pet store and there's a sign there that says, do not touch, it's not because they think you're going to hurt the bird. It's because they figure if you put your finger in there, that bird's going to take it off. You see those big birds called the scarlet parrot, or macaw parrot, scarlet macaws? I had a keeper got bit by one last year. It took 68 stitches to sew her arm up. You might think about that before you touch them next time. They're not friendly. They're not pets. Some of them can be made into pets. The ones that are caught in the wild are never going to be pets. Then you can tell the ones that are caught in the wild because they usually attack you through the cages. He never has seen the wild. His grandparents never saw the wild. He came from Wichita, Kansas about 12 years ago. And I got him as a little bird. So therefore, and I do programs like this with him every day. So therefore, he gets a little used to being handled. And we'll leave that on the blocks. So that's a little bit about birds, avies. Next group, fish, amphibians, reptiles, avies. Last group, you all know, mammals. Now this is the point when I say what are mammals, and you all say they have hair. And I say what else, and you say they have their babies alive. They don't all have their babies alive. Duck-billed platypus has eggs. Kangaroos have their babies come out of the pouch. They're called marsupials. The others are called monotreme. Most mammals that you're talking about are called placenta mammals. That means they have a belly button. They have to have milk to feed the young. The young need milk to survive. One of the most identifying characteristics of all mammals is this. Remember that? That's their backbone. The most identifying characteristic of mammals is this. They all have 7 of these between the base of your skull and the top of your shoulders. All mammals have 7 of these, including you. If you count them, you've got 7. If you can. I'm a little too rotund to count mine. But anyway, all mammals, giraffes, whales, mice, bats, anything you want to name as a mammal has 7 of these. This is called the cervicvertebrate, which is your neck vertebrae. So that's a mammal. Now at this point, I take out a mammal, they all go, gosh, he probably has a lion. Well, I don't have a lion. The reason I don't have a lion is because lions eat you. And they're not pets, they're not big kitties. They eat you. And if you don't think they do, come to zoos sometimes and watch their reaction when a keeper walks in, somebody dressed in khaki. The first thing they do is look at them and they stare at them the entire time they're in the hall. And the reason they do that is because if they ever get out, they're going to eat you. And they think about that a lot. And you know, I don't take them out because they eat folks, and in the zoo world we call that bad public relations. It does, I promise you, it does get your name in the paper. But it doesn't get it very positive. Then the next thing somebody says, I bet you brought a monkey. The only difference between a monkey and a lion is a lion weighs about 450 pounds, a monkey weighs about 20. So therefore a monkey's not going to totally consume you. He's just going to beat you up and scratch you and bite you and be real mean to you. There is no such thing as a pet monkey. I don't know why people always think there are pet monkeys, but there is no such thing as a pet monkey. Now, if somebody's going to hold their hand up and say, Michael Jackson has a monkey. He has a chimp. Chimps aren't monkeys, they're apes. And Michael Jackson has one that's about this big, and it's kind of cute, hangs around his neck, you know, and he goes around, and he's kind of cute with his little chip hanging around his neck. Well, when that chimp stands about that tall, weighs about 350 pounds, there's going to be a whole new meaning to the word hanging around your neck. Trust me. Because they become very, very aggressive when they grow up. That's a baby when he's holding. When they grow up, they become very, very aggressive. If you ever have a chance to see large chimps in a zoo, you should stop for just a minute and look at them. They are totally different than what you think chimps are. Because they're not friendly. As a matter of fact, they're even fairly mean to one another. So, now that I told you what I don't have, I'll tell you what I do have. I have one of the most interesting and important animals in the world with me tonight. I have a rabbit. He is an animal. He's got fur. He's warm-blooded. When he was born, he was about this big. He was born alive. He grew fur. It is a rabbit. Has long ears, very short tail, and a hunchback. And most of you say to yourself, gosh, that's such a cute little rabbit. You have to remember they have great big front teeth. And I've been attacked more than once by rabbits. We never feed a live animal to the animals at the zoo. When he gets an animal, it's dead. He doesn't get a live animal. Because this animal's worth $2.50. That animal's worth $3,000. If this animal bites that animal and kills him, I'm in a whole bunch of trouble. So therefore, he never gets a live animal. They're always dead. They're always frozen and thawed out. Freezing them at 22 degrees below zero kills internal parasites. So we never feed live animals. This is a rabbit. If you eat meat, he's one of the most important animals in the food chain. If you eat meat, you eat rabbits. Hawks eat them, owls eat them, snakes eat them, dogs, coyotes, fox. Meat would eat them, given the opportunity. Anything that eats meat would eat a rabbit. So they're very, very important in the world. That's the reason when rabbits have babies, they have 6 or 8. So there's lots of them to go around. If there weren't snakes, owls, foxes eating them, the world would be covered by little furry things. So that's what a rabbit looks like. You know, everybody, when you say snakes eat the rabbit, they always go, oh. Let me tell you, if it wasn't for the snakes, you guys wouldn't have anything to eat. Because these guys eat a tremendous amount for their weight. So that's what a rabbit looks like. This is a small rabbit, it's not a wild rabbit. I think it's called a Dutch rabbit. So that's what a rabbit looks like. He is a mammal. Well, that's all the animals I got. Gosh, I'm supposed to talk a little bit more. There's kind of a rule at the zoo that I never can go out and do a program without doing something educational. So I said, okay, I'll do some education. They said, okay. Now I found this old blue cup in the garbage yesterday. It's got a hole right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a hole in it. And they threw it out. And I said, well, it seemed kind of dumb to throw that cup out. It's a pretty good cup since it has a hole in it. And they said, well, why don't you want it? And I said, sure, I'll use it for the educational part of my program. And they said, okay. I said, what are you going to do with it? And I said, well, I really don't know, but I'll use it for something. So that's our cup. And now, what I would really appreciate everybody doing is going along with me on that for just a minute. I would like for you to pretend with me for just a minute that that is a landfill. Now, all of you know what a landfill is, right? It's where they take your garbage, your trash, your refuge. What? He can't get out. Okay, I would like for all of you for just a minute to pretend that is a landfill. Landfill is where they take your garbage. You dig a big hole in the ground, they take your garbage out there, dump it in and cover it up. You take your neighbor's garbage. They take everybody's garbage. And the landfills just keep getting larger and larger and larger and larger. And they take up more and more ground. Great story. So that's a landfill. Well, if that's going to be landfill, we needed some garbage. So what we did, they threw this old sponge out. And I said, well, if you've got enough imagination to pretend that's a landfill, you can easily pretend this is your garbage. Now, all of you know what garbage looks like. It comes in a plastic bag. It's everything you don't want. You know, you take it down, set it on the corner, truck comes by, picks it up, hauls it off, right? We're going to do that. This is your garbage. Truck comes by, picks it up. When he picks it up, what happens? So it looks like he crushes it up. He doesn't crush it up, he just packs it down. Then he drives away real fast. When he drives away, what happens? Looks like it disappears. It didn't disappear. You know where it went. It went to the landfill. And of course, that's where it's at, in the landfill. Well now, you know, that's a great idea, but the whole problem with that is your neighbors had garbage. And you know what happened to their garbage? They took it down in the corner, they set it on the corner, big truck came by, picked it up. What happened to it? Looks like it grinds it up, doesn't, packs it in there. You know where it goes? By golly, you're right. It goes right over to that landfill. And to you, it looks like it disappeared. It didn't. Went to the landfill, and there it is, in the landfill. And that's how your garbage gets there. Now, wait just a minute now. See, there's just more and more garbage being made. And all the time, there's just more garbage, more garbage. Now, let's do that. What happens is, you know where they dig landfills? In the places where animals live. Where animals live, that's where they always make those things. They cut down all the trees and make it. Do it one more time. Truck comes, put it in there. This time you can watch a little better. Picks it up, grinds it. Now where is that going? Disappears. And everybody says it's in his other hand. It's not. It wouldn't be a magic trick if it was in my other hand. It's at the landfill. And that's how your garbage gets to landfill. I don't want you to leave here tonight without knowing one thing. The one thing I want you to know is we're filling up the earth with garbage. And you can help it stop tonight. All you have to do is not make so much garbage. It's very easy. When you go to the grocery store and you buy a Snickers bar and they put it in the sack's kind of stupid. Because you're going to eat the Snickers bar anyway. So just don't get a sack. If you don't need a sack, don't take one. If you see aluminum cans, pick them up. You can recycle them. They give you 45 cents a pound for them. What a deal. Glass bottles, a penny a pound. Oh, they say, oh, what a deal. But you know how much it costs to recycle glass in comparison to making new glass? And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You're the people that's going to suffer. It's not going to be us. We're already over the hill. It's your generation that's now going to run out of oil. It's going to run out of coal. It's going to run out of iron. And then what are you going to do? Well, it could be, it doesn't make any difference whose fault it is. The difference is we can stop it. And it's up to you to do it. So that's a little bit about landfill. Gosh, I still have another 10 minutes to kill. What's the question? How'd I do that magic trick? I thought I did pretty well. How'd you think I did? There now. All right. You ever go walking down the street now, you run across something that has a trunk, large ears, and tusks, you're probably going to say to yourself, that must be an elephant. But now, that's not exactly how elephants look. Elephants weigh 10,000 pounds, 5 tons, more than a car weighs, more than a truck weighs. They're very massive. They come equipped with something to support all that weight. They would come with 4 legs. Let's see, would anyone like to help me with the 4-leg thing? How about the young lady that sat right beside one of the stripes? Yeah, okay, come on. Your name is? Kelly, my name's Mike. Glad to meet you. You want to stand right there? They have 4 or something. Legs. They have 4 legs. Now, if we notice over here, our elephant's only got 2 legs. Our elephant's only got 2 legs, and I think we're in some trouble. What can we do? Yeah. How are we going to get some more legs like we could? Maybe get him down on all 4s. I tell you what, maybe we put him down on all 4s, you tell him. No. Let's see. What can we do? I know what we can do. We can ask for a volunteer. Who'd like to help me out just a minute with, how about the young man in the black t-shirt stand up against the wall? Wait, this man, one stand up against the wall. I need a tall man. And your name is Chris. Chris, glad to meet you. Chris, would you like to walk right over here, please? And if you step right out and turn kind of sideways, if you stand behind me, put your hands on his shoulders and step back as far as you can. Now we've got our 4 legs. That was good. You did a great job. No, you just stand there. Got 4 legs. Well, now, if you think about it, that's kind of how an elephant looks, I guess. Got 4 legs, trunk, tusks. You know what they need is skin. I think we have elephant skin. That's what we need. Go along with elephant skin. Now let's see here. Whoa. Elephant skin. Now, elephant skin is gray in color. It's very thick. Very, very thick, but it has cracks in it. And the bugs get in those cracks and bite the elephant, make him bleed. The elephant doesn't like that. So what he does, he picks up water in his trunk, squirts it on his back. Then he picks up dirt, throws it on his back, fills those cracks in, kind of like concrete or plaster. So the bugs can't get in there and bite them. So when you go to the zoo, they look like they're red or they're brown, whatever the color the dirt is. Because that's what they grow. But actually they're gray. They're very, very hairy. When they're born, they're very hairy. By the time they get to be about 30 years old, they start to lose their hair. And I know how that is. Tell you what, let's see how they look. You walk around that side as fast as you go. There you go. And we'll see what our own elephants look like. Duck your head. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. One part of our elephant, the most important part of the entire elephant, if you're the keeper of elephants, the most important part if you're the keeper of the entire elephant is the tail. And of course I have an elephant's tail. The most important part of the elephant, if you're a keeper, is this. You can tell exactly what the elephant's thinking by watching his tail. If he's just swinging his tail, has a good old time, you know he's fairly happy. And he can swat flies with it. If he gets it up kind of like this, that means that you should start looking for the exits. If he puts it up like this, that means you're in a whole pile of trouble because he's going to charge you. More keepers are killed by elephants than any other animal. When they weigh 10,000 pounds, they smack you with a 600-pound trunk and tends to kill you. You also have to understand that they pick you up with that trunk and smack you on the floor a couple of times. Elephants are not necessarily friendly. Elephants cost, as a baby, they cost cost $100,000 to buy one to put in a zoo. Let's see. The tail. And of course the tail goes in here. So ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our elephant, Eli the elephant. Let's see if we can find the volunteers under here. And if you would, give them a round of applause for helping out.
You guys gonna make ice cream today? Hot dog. Get that stuff nice and stiff.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, where's your help? Good heavens, you're trying to carry all that yourself?
Well, I left the other basket in the ice cream maker in there. But I took the heavy one.
Harry and Jenny are drinking this nasty junk. So's Becky, so's Jessica. Melted ice cream. And I'm gonna try it. Melted ice cream.
Oh man,
you gotta let me spill it. You
It's supposed to be for ice cream, gang.
I didn't do it. Jenny did it. Jenny did it.
Way to go, Laura. Way to go, Laura.
Good job. Look at me. I didn't do it. Let's everybody get your own. This is mine. That's mine. No, I don't think
Good stuff. Come on, Mike, chug
Can I
it.
have an extra one? Go, go, go.
It's good.
Can I have this? It's like ice cream. What does it do to make it cold? Let's make it a Brandon. Okay. What's it called?
Oh, you are.
Come on. You can do it.
Laura, missed my phone.
You're like, whoa. Yeah.
Cook for today.
Look at this.
That one don't look too good, Mr. Dale. You better try that one. Good grief. Well, before I finally quite get over there. Just about. Any good? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. What?
Come on, Jason! Go in! Go, Mike! Jesus!
Get set. Go.
Come on, Monica.
All right, Casey.
Jumping champion here. Doing good.
There you go.
Pull your pants down.
Come on, Sarah.
There you go.
There you go, Sarah.
Come on, sit. Come on, sit. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Jackrabbit.
I'm not going no now.
I'm going.
Get out! The bag.
You're on camera. Go on, go
BJ, don't scramble it. Mr. Jackson!
Daniel,
You're all right, Lee.
Go! Take it back. Throw it back.
That was quick.
One at a time now. You gotta toss it, but it's gotta go over me.
Get it there this time. It's just 9 hearts. All right.
Back now, one at a time.
Get it all in your face. Oh, there's two other.
I got it.
What's the matter, Lee?
Okay, we're gonna go down and back one more time, and if you both make it, we'll declare it a tie.
Come on, you guys are Kevin Johnson.
I don't know. Let's go! Go ahead.
One more time, Lee. One more time.
At each end of this rope, there's a loop. We'll demonstrate the loop. You may not wrap that around you. You may hold on to the loop, but you are not to wrap any part of the rope around you. When the event is concluded, I'm going to blow them this whistle. When I do that, you can stop pulling. That way people don't get grass burns by being pulled clear across the field.
Under other way.
Hold on.
Come on!
warm there, Miss Littell?
Very. Just out of the oven, 350 degrees.
How much?
350.
Here it comes.
Coming through very hot.
That's not bad, Mr. Jackson.
7's out of 8, at least we weren't last.
Let me get a shot of this crew here that was 7th there. By golly, just think, no one else in the camp had that. That's not too bad.
It's all her fault.
Hers?
Becky the snake
Becky the snake brown. I'm scared to death of big pythons that are 8 foot long. And
Oh, hello! Nobody wants it. Fine. Nobody wants the corn.
Todd, do you have any words of wisdom?
no.
Very good.
He has no wisdom. Oh, that was
John goes, I like girls with big. So.
Don't let anybody run off.
why are you thinking here? Armpit is that there's one thing they have to know. It could be coons, file, or cub. But in order to guess, you have to wait till the end, because that's what we recommend. So take a guess, have no doubt, because maybe that is what we're all about.
Name that teacher. Watch the skit and then tell us what teacher it is.
This Jessica, I need to cover lessons 1 through 25. We're going to have another chat, and we're about my life. I've been teaching them 117 years, and I have never had as many lessons this week. So what? Give me your phone. If you don't bring them back tomorrow, you're going to get a detention. And I'm going to talk to mom.
Miss Haley. Right.
Howdy, y'all. Okay, class. Today we're going to make something that Randall would have been very good at, except he cut off his ear and died instead. First, we have to feed the brandy.
Mrs. Boulder.
Yep.
I'm dancing different.
Stevie! Hey, Kel. I hate someone get out of here. In that second class,
today we're doing a pond life, and we're going to see what's inside a pond. We're going to be observing and drawing diagrams of frogs, tadpoles, and dragonflies.
Okay, classes, we are our safety classes. Today we're going to study polypropylene triple multi-wall. Fast. But first we're going to pick up winners of our styrofoam box.
this is Tracy Edwards.
Oh, now BJ, now pick out who you're going to take for the next soccer.
fantastic system that makes our stories much more simpler. That is the SQ3R system. For those of you that are not familiar with the SQ3R system, it stands for stupid questions are rejected, repellent, and ridiculous. You're a biscuit. What?
He's so high, you forgot.
Special in here, right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen and student campers, can I have your attention, please? I would like to welcome you to the annual mind-boggling game we call Nickel in a Funnel. It requires two things. Mr. Leben has to concentrate so he can place that nickel on his forehead, and then he will think so hard that he will put that nickel right in that funnel. The only way he can do that, that's the second thing that we need, is we need total silence from the audience. After he demonstrates, we'll take a couple volunteers to see if they can do it. We've got some prizes. So, you need to be quiet and observe, because if it doesn't go in there, you don't get the prize. Alright? Now you watch. He places the nickel on his forehead. The funnel, he holds in his belly. He is concentrating, but you have to be very silent. On three. 1, 2, 3. You all understand that? Now, same thing. She has to concentrate. She can only do that if we have total silence. Okay? Now you really got to concentrate. Okay. On three. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Okay, let's get another volunteer. Go one more time. Okay, same thing again now. You have to be very, very quiet so he can concentrate to get that nickel right in that funnel. Because if you make noise, it may distract his thoughts and it won't work. Okay? Now, be the same deal here. Exact same deal. Remember now, you have to be very, very quiet or he may mess up and it won't go in the funnel. So, we'll do this on the count of 3. We ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
1,
2,
3.
Check it out. Oh my God!
Yeah, we got that right now.
Who won? I'm not sure which best is. This one. Boy, isn't it nice around here? How are you liking your first year at camp?
Oh, it's great.
Isn't it wonderful? Do you know you can listen to the bees tell the flowers all about making honey? Yeah, you know the birds and the bees. Well, you look at these flowers and you see these little bees, and these bees go around 3 times, and then they stand in front of the flower and they go, flower, flower, give me some honey.
Oh, come on. I don't understand what you mean.
Now, I know you PE teachers are a little slow, but we can probably demonstrate. How about if I'm the flower and you're the bee?
Now I go 3 times. 3 times. Buzz.
Okay, that's 3.
That's 3?
Yeah, nailed it.
That's 4, actually.
That's 3.
No, that's
Okay, I say, flower, flower, give me honey. Okay. I think I understand. But I want to be the flower this time.
And you want me to be the bee?
You be the bee.
Go ahead.
I'll count. 1. It's not 2. Come on, look at her. 2.
Let's do.
Maybe if the other group's just as bad, it'll be all right. You guys don't have the most important baseline part, but what you do is sort of add a flourish to this song. Because you're gonna have not the same little things repeated over and over, but you've got to remember about 4 different things. So here's how your part goes. So I can't get over it so low, can't get after it so wide, can't get round it, oh, rock my soul, right? So I can't get over it so low, can't get under it so wide, can't get round it, oh, rock my soul, once more. So I can't get over it so low, can't get after it so wide, can't get round it, oh, rock my soul. Okay. Now for the people over 15, And when you hear your verse, you'll realize that we've taken into account your limited memory capabilities. It goes, rock my soul, 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 rock my soul. So, okay, we'll try to put it all together. Mr. Golich, get on this side and then your campers there. And this side will join in with your verse and watch me. And then the third time through, the older people will join in. We'll get all three verses. We'll sing it twice. The elders. So we'll sing it twice in the form where everybody's singing together. So you will sing it 4 times. You guys will sing it 3 times. And the more distinguished citizens will sing it twice. Are you ready? We're ready. Whenever you're ready. All right, we're ready, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Rock my soul, twist my baby, rock my soul, twist my baby, rock my soul, twist my baby, oh, rock my soul. So I can't get over it, so I soul in the blanket and it, so I fall in the blanket, oh, rock my soul, rock my soul, twist my baby, so I soul in the blanket, so I fall in the blanket, oh, rock my soul, rock my soul, sing it every, so I soul in the blanket, so I soul in the blanket, oh, rock my soul.
The first thrill of after it will kind of get to me. Lots and lots and lots of achy bum, bum, bum.
Oh. Second thrill about the right kind of gave to me. Iron tasting water.
With lots and lots of achy bum, bum, bum. The third thrill of after it will kind of get to me. Sticky all the trees.
Iron tasting water.
With lots and lots of achy bum, bum, bum. The fourth thrill of after it will kind of get to me. Putting up our tents. Sticky all the trees.
Iron tasting water.
With lots and lots of achy bum, bum, bum.
The
fifth thrill of after it will kind
Fulton and Haley.
The sixth thrill of after it will kind of get to me. Scary, rolling.
Fulton and Haley.
Putting up our tents. Sticky all the trees.
Iron tasting water.
With lots and lots of achy bum, bum, bum. The seventh thrill of after it will kind of get to me. Smiling to do that. Scary road. Fulton and Haley. Putting up our tents. Sticky all the trees.
Iron tasting water.
With lots and lots of achy bum, bum, bum. Smiling to do that. Scary road.
Fulton and Haley.
Putting up our tents. That darn tree.
Iron tasting water.
With lots and lots of achy bum, bum, bum. How to get to me, hiding in our journals. Smiling to do stuff. Scary road.
11th row of algebra, what Wakanda gave to me. Can't talk our teachers, I can't sell my candy. Writing in our journals, smiling to yourself, scary road, full with lots of achy bones. Bum. Can't talk our teachers, I can't sell my candy. Writing in our journals, smiling to yourself, scary road rich. Putting up with this, the train.
That takes a lot of meaning.
Thank you for making it fun.
What did he say? Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Why, thank you.
This is Mr. Leben's flower from the junior staff.
Hey, thank you.
I'm in Avery. You told me. Shit, you faced it.
Tied for third in honorary mention, Delaware and Algonquin. Okay, second place, and will they come up? Blackfoot.
Come on, Osh.
For the 1990 edition of Outdoor Education, the new champion, and will they come up? Shoshone.
We left the BJ and we were back on the bus. We walked 1,000,000 miles and we wanted to cuss.
Since Mickey understood it, so we couldn't do that. So we ate a lot of food and we got real fat. Outdoor ed, oh yeah. Feeling dead, oh yeah. Outdoor ed, we wish we were dead. We want to go home and sleep in our bed. We'd rather be here than to be at school. Outdoor ed, oh yeah. Outdoor ed, oh yeah.
We know you think it's stupid, but we do too. I forgot the rest.
Very good.
Friends, keep you friends, keep me on. Fire so bright, the other shores. Make you friends, keep me on. The environment, the natural environment. Out here.
You can help pick up here if you want.
Where'd they start? Is it colder? No, it's not that hot.
Kelly,
It's Holly.
what happened to your hand?
It's Holly.
Or I'm sorry, Holly. Was it done on the rope pull? Yeah. What did the doc say? Just a bad sprain? Well, how long you got to leave that support on there? Oh, okay. You're tough.
Are you right-handed? Can you flip it with the 3?
Down for 2 minutes. You'll do that later. We're gonna draft you.
Well, some folks are working hard putting the tents away. I want you to show you something over here now. Say hello, Mr. Oric.
Hello, Mr. Leben.
Working hard?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
And then sit on it. Never know, you slept in something last night.
Not too shabby, Meg. Had a girl put it over in the supply tent now. Keep it out of the weather.
Now just over there.
Every time.
Have you done your good turn today?
For example.
Just yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, we will do another good turn today. Get over there, do a good turn today. You ready? There, we did our good turn today.